Imagine holding a penny that looks ordinary, a simple brown coin that has been in circulation for decades, and discovering that one version of it once sold for over $1.7 million. That's the story behind the 1944 D. Lincoln wheat cent, a coin that millions of people have touched, spent, and overlooked, yet certain rare versions of it have shocked the auction world. Some were struck on the wrong metal during wartime production, and those error coins turned into some of the most valuable small coins ever found in circulation. Support our effort, subscribe, like, and share, so we can continue bringing you more incredible stories of rare coins that may be hiding in your pocket right now. It helps us grow, and it helps more collectors learn how to spot life-changing coins. The 1944 D. Lincoln wheat cent was minted at the Denver Mint during the final years of World War II. This period in American history was marked by rationing, shortages, and rapid shifts in manufacturing. Copper was needed for ammunition, wiring, and military equipment. Because of this, in 1943, the U.S. Mint temporarily changed the composition of the penny from copper to zinc-coated steel. These 1943 steel cents are famous today, but what's even more extraordinary is what happened next. In 1944, the Mint returned to copper planchets made from recycled shell casings, but a few leftover steel planchets from 1943 accidentally ended up being struck with the 1944 dies. Most 1944 D pennies are normal copper cents, and those are common, but the 1944 D steel cent is one of the rarest and most valuable coins in all of American numismatics. Fewer than a dozen verified examples exist. One such piece sold for $408,000, another cost $700,000, and one of the highest graded examples ever known sold for $1.7 million. That means a single penny, barely larger than the tip of your thumb, became worth more than a mansion. Collectors will never stop searching for more because the possibility remains that additional examples are still out there, sitting in old boxes, antique jars, or inherited collections. Let's talk about identifying the difference, because this is where life-changing discoveries happen. A normal 1944 D penny is copper. It will appear brown or reddish in tone. However, the rare multi-$100,000 version is magnetic, because it is made of steel. So one of the easiest tests is simply to hold a magnet to the coin. If the coin sticks to the magnet, you may be holding one of the rarest coins ever made. But even if your 1944 D is the regular copper version, that doesn't mean it can't be valuable. Regular 1944 D wheat cents were minted in huge numbers, over 430 million. Most circulated heavily and show wear, scratches, and discoloration. However, a small percentage survived in gem mint condition, bright red, fully lustrous as the day they were struck. These high-grade examples can bring impressive prices. A 1944 D-graded MS-67 red by PCGS has sold for $2,000 to $3,600, and coins graded MS-68 red have soared to $12,000 and beyond. Condition is everything. A worn example may be worth a few cents, but a pristine example with full original red color can be a treasure. This difference in value comes down to color designation. Copper coins naturally darken over time. Collectors classify copper cents as brown, BN, red-brown, RB, and red, road. The redder the coin, the more valuable it tends to be, because that means it has survived without oxidation for nearly 80 years. A 1944 D in full red mint state condition is like a time capsule, preserved history frozen in metal. Now, let's go deeper into errors and varieties, because the 1944 D is one of the most fascinating dates for error hunters. Besides the legendary steel planchet error, there are die cracks, lamination errors, off-center strikes, struck-through grease errors, and the occasional repunched mint mark, RPM. A strong repunched mint mark, where the D appears doubled, can bring $100 to $400, depending on grade. An off-center strike showing the full date and mint mark can range from $500 to several $1,000s, depending on how dramatic the misalignment is. There are also transitional errors, where leftover foreign coin blanks meant for overseas contracts were fed into the presses. Certain 1944 D cents struck on bronze blanks intended for Belgian coins, or on thin planchets intended for coins in South America, have brought $10,000 to $40,000. These coins look slightly lighter or thinner, their edges may appear different, and their weight will be just a fraction off. That subtle difference is the key to a small fortune. To understand why these errors matter, think about the historical moment. In 1944, soldiers were fighting overseas. Factories were running non-stop. The mint was under pressure to produce billions of coins to keep the economy functioning. Under such urgency, mistakes slipped through, and those mistakes are now priceless. Every error coin from this year is a physical witness to that wartime pressure. It is history you can hold in your hand. Now let's talk about everyday finds. Many collectors have discovered valuable 1944 D cents in penny rolls, inherited collections, flea market boxes, or old family jars. Entire fortunes have been created by simply being observant. One collector bought a bag of pennies for scrap, only to find a 1944 D steel cent, changing his life forever. That is why collectors check every coin, every date, every mint mark. If you have a 1944 D penny, here is what to do. First, test it with a magnet. If it sticks, do not clean it, do not handle it more than necessary, and get it authenticated immediately. Second, examine the coin's color. The brighter and redder, the better. Third, look for doubling on the mint mark or unusual thickness in letters. And most importantly, if you believe your coin might be special, send it to a professional grading service like PCGS, NGC, or ANACS. A coin certified in a high grade or labeled with a recognized error can multiply in value instantly. Even a 1944 D in circulated condition is more than just money. It is a piece of American history. It has passed through the hands of soldiers, farmers, factory workers, and schoolchildren. It was used in a time when every cent mattered. That story adds weight to the metal, meaning, emotion, and connection. So take a closer look at your coins. Search those penny rolls, examine your old jars, and don't overlook even the most common-looking wheat cents. Because with the 1944 D, one tiny detail can turn an ordinary coin into something extraordinary. And remember, support our effort by subscribing, liking, and sharing. Every click helps us keep uncovering the hidden stories behind rare coins, showing you how to spot treasures that others miss. One coin could change everything, and the next one could be yours.